All right, good morning, everyone. Rob Olson, Technology Source, and welcome to the virtual roundtable, where every month we feature a unique service that our customers are excited about, interested in learning more about, and today is no different. Before we get started, I do want to share a little bit of information about Technology Source. And I'm not advancing. Hang on, guys. Let me reshare this again. Okay. There we go. I'm the Chief Revenue Officer of Technology Source, and our mission really as a solution partner is to work alongside our trusted advisors to create best-in-breed solutions. Technology Source represents over 500 service providers in managed IT, cybersecurity, AI, customer analytics, telecom, and mobility. Technology Source works closely with our team of trusted advisors to reduce operational expenses and improve efficiencies while helping to deliver an outstanding experience for their customers. And a little bit about today's guest. L3 Networks brings extensive expertise and an innovative product portfolio into Technology Source's ecosystem, empowering clients with advanced tools to meet their technology needs. L3's latest product offering, ALLDesk AI, adds AI to their Helpdesk product. This update adds efficiency, accessibility, provides proactive maintenance, and reduces costs for organizations using a help desk. L3 Networks is the first organization to bring an AI-enhanced help desk that focuses on the needs of businesses with 20 to 200 users. And with that, we're going to introduce our team today, starting off with Steve Griffin, one of the partners over at L3 Networks. Steve, welcome. Glad you're here. Going over to Randy Fine, SVP over at L3 Networks. Randy, always welcome. Good to see you, man. Dave Holbert, AI and Systems at L3 Networks. And finally, last but not least, Minia Srbetovic, Service Delivery at L3 Networks. We have a great team. And as we get started here, I wanted to first kind of get a quick product overview, because this is a really exciting product. We have a ton of people that are watching our webinar today. Everyone is looking to AI to reduce costs, streamline operations, and improve the customer experience, which aligns with our mission at Technology Source. And ALLDesk AI is a revolutionary product in this space. Can one of you provide a brief overview of this unique AI help desk solution?
Well, actually, Rob, what we'd like to do is we're going to put on a short video for our audience today, and it'll be a very concise and thorough description of what ALLDesk AI is.
Fantastic.
No sound.
Sorry, guys.
Josh, no sound.
A smart AI-powered help desk solution designed specifically for small to mid-sized businesses with 20 to 200 users. ALLDesk AI combines cutting-edge artificial intelligence with expert human support to deliver 24/7 uninterrupted IT assistance at a predictable flat rate. For a flat rate of $95 per user per month, you get unlimited tickets, 24/7 human support, and advanced AI features like real-time sentiment analysis to ensure your clients feel understood. Whether supporting remote teams, hybrid teams, or seeking scalable, cost-predictable IT solutions, ALLDesk AI integrates seamlessly, reduces ticket noise, and boosts end-user satisfaction. Customers expect faster, more responsive service, and ALLDesk AI is built to meet those expectations. ALLDesk AI is a system that reads between the lines. It listens not just to what users say, but how they say it, so we can respond with the right level of urgency and care. Sentiment analysis allows our team to understand customer satisfaction in real time and make your experience better without lengthy surveys or questionnaires. Resolution suggestions provide instant, actionable solutions at ticket creation, resulting in less downtime and a more empowered user base. AI-powered notes save time by instantly turning our engineers' technical notes into customer-ready messages that are clear and concise. Ticket quality assurance ensures quality is maintained across every single ticket, flagging resolutions for human review when needed. Our AI chatbot empowers users with self-service resolutions or fast triage right from their ticketing portal. With repeat issue detection, we can spot recurring issues early and reduce repeat problems with targeted resolutions that keep your business moving. When a user needs help, they have two ways to open a ticket through the support portal. First, the traditional method. Select the issue type and fill out a few relevant fields. Alternatively, they can interact directly with our AI chatbot. It starts by asking a few quick questions to understand the issue, like what's going wrong and who's affected. Based on the answers, the AI chatbot checks for known fixes to see if it can resolve the issue instantly. If it can, the user gets a solution right there in the chat, saving everyone time. But if the issue needs human attention, the AI hands it off to our help desk team with all the context already gathered. That means no repeating yourself and no unnecessary delays. Now, if a chat turns into a ticket, the AI doesn't stop there. It immediately shifts into ticket handling mode to keep things moving efficiently behind the scenes. First, it reviews the ticket to ensure it has all the right details. If something is missing, the system flags it so it can be corrected before moving forward. Next, it matches the ticket to the best technician based on skill and availability. All of this happens automatically in seconds, so the user spends less time waiting and more time getting help. Once the ticket is in the hands of the right technician, the focus turns to communication, progress tracking, and resolution, where AI continues to play a vital role. The technician working the issue provides updates with clear, step-by-step details by leveraging AI-powered notes. That means you always know what's happening and why, without the technical jargon. Throughout the process, our system monitors ticket quality, response time, and user sentiment. From beginning to end, everything is tracked by our AI, so trends and recurring issues can be spotted and resolved for good. The outcome: faster resolutions, better communication, and fewer repeat problems. ALLDesk AI was made specifically for small to mid-sized businesses of 20 to 200 users, firms with remote or hybrid staff, teams without 24/7 internal help desks, IT leaders seeking predictability and efficiency, and companies that want to instantly reduce costs without giving up quality of service. Thanks to ALLDesk AI's intelligent architecture, businesses enjoy smarter, faster support. Resolution times drop significantly as intelligent triage routes tickets to the right people without delay. And because ALLDesk AI identifies and resolves root causes, fewer tickets are required in the first place. Less downtime and less time waiting on our team to connect the dots on system-wide issues means happier users and a more productive workforce. By analyzing sentiment in real time, we catch frustration early. And with 24/7 availability, users aren't stuck waiting for business hours to roll around before they get help. Whether it's a last-minute fix on a workday evening or an emergency request over the weekend, L3's experts are standing by to help. Small and medium businesses deserve a quality help desk experience, but many MSPs leave them behind. We love seeing SMBs succeed. That's why we priced ALLDesk AI affordably. Full cycle support, QA automation, and live experts bundled into one platform at $95 per user per month. A value-packed and scalable solution for a premium help desk that incorporates features many enterprise options don't even include. ALLDesk AI checks all the boxes, but how does it compare to others in the marketplace? SaaS tools, you get a platform, but no team. You still hire, train, and manage. And if it breaks, you're on your own. MSPs, you get a team, but they're slow to change, lack automation, and aren't built for growing businesses. ALLDesk AI is different. A fully staffed, AI-powered help desk that runs on day one. Built for small and medium businesses. It adapts, scales, and gets smarter every day. From summaries to sentiment detection, QA to chronic issue alerts, AI is embedded at every level. And pricing, it's simple. A flat, transparent per-user rate. No surprises, no gotchas. AI, staff, strategy. ALLDesk AI delivers the help desk experience your business actually needs. No complexity, no guesswork. Just smarter support, purpose-built for growing teams. ALLDesk AI is fully managed by L3 networks. From AI engines to help desk teams, we handle every component, ensuring real accountability and consistent quality. Unlimited, Uninterrupted, understood. AI at one price.
Great stuff. A lot there, a lot of information to share. And certainly if you need some help, we're going to give you some information at the end where you can meet with the folks over at L3 Networks to get more information. So don't worry about that.
And Rob, I can do a quick demo for everybody if they want to see it live.
You want to do a demo? Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. All right. So yeah, exciting video, right? Talked about some of the features there. What I want to show is kind of the user experience though. Like what does it look like to open up a ticket? How does that, we'll pull the curtain back a little bit too. You'll see a little bit of what the tech is going to be interacting with the AI on, and then the back and forth between the user and the technician all the way to the ticket resolution. That way you can kind of be comfortable knowing like, hey, when I need help, this is where I'm going to go to get that help. So here is our client portal page. So you would come in here if you need to open up a ticket or look up an existing ticket. There's two main methods to open up those tickets. One is, we would call it the traditional method. You click on submit a ticket. It gives you a list of options and software and tools that you use, and you can open up a ticket for the appropriate option in here. If you open up something like accessing files or data, it's going to just ask you some basic questions. You're going to fill it out, hit submit. Ticket gets sent off, the AI and text take over at that point there. But everyone's pretty familiar with this method here. The other option that we have is our chatbot. Inside the chatbot in the bottom right, you can open it up and you can prompt for three different things. One is open up a ticket. That's going to give you a real quick, what's the issue and what are the details around the issue. Creates a ticket, ships it off. You're done at that point. The next option of I want help now is going to start interacting with the AI. So the AI is going to start asking you a couple questions, start doing some triage and figure out what's going on. It looks at known issues and looks at some documentation. If it can solve the answer for you, it'll give you that answer right there. And you can attempt the solution at that point. If none of that works and it needs to go to a person, it'll ship it right off to a person. So the AI, it's not a barrier. You don't have to interact with it. You don't get stuck talking to it. But if you're just looking for a quick hit of info, you can always jump in with the AI bot there. The last feature here, which is pretty cool, is you can look up existing issues that you've already opened up. So if you opened up a ticket and you want to get the latest information about it, you hit check on latest issue. It'll ask you what ticket you're looking for. And then it returns to you a summary of that ticket. It'll look at the last step that was done, the last information that the tech put on it. Maybe they asked you for some additional info. It'll give that all to you in a real quick summary. So you don't have to go back through a ticket and scroll and try and find what's supposed to be happening there. So it brings all the information right up to the front. That's a big thing you're going to see repeatedly throughout the AI performance here, is that it brings information right up front so everybody can see it right away without having to wait for research or anything like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and open up a ticket through the chatbot here. I'll do open ticket. And it's just asking me, what's going on? What's the subject of my ticket? I'm going to put in, getting access denied when I try to open up last month's billing report. That's the issue I'm having. And it asks me for a quick description, any other details that might be around it so that our AI can start looking for answers. And then so our text can also begin working the ticket right away. So here, the file that is in question that I can't open, was able to open it from the office, but now today I can't access it. And then at the end here, you'll see a little bit of urgency put on there. And you'll see that our AI takes that and helps prioritize the ticket based off of the words that are used. So it's not relying on a form or you making decisions. It can read your message and figure out the priority that should be applied. And that's it. So have my subject for my ticket, quick description. That ticket gets created and sent into our ticketing system where the AI takes over now. So the AI is the first thing that it hits, and it's going to run some rules and some processes for us to really speed up the ticket handle time, so that you're not waiting around. That's the big thing we're trying to cut out, is the wait time. So on the tech or the engineer side workboard, they're going to have a page that looks like this. Each of these cards on here represents a ticket. The one that we just opened up here with this access denied message, it got triaged, was categorized as a medium. So it's put in order, right? Critical first, high, and then medium. And it's immediately assigned to a person. That's big because when tickets aren't assigned to people, they kind of sit in the list. No one's sure who's supposed to work them. We get rid of that portion by automatically assigning the ticket out and scheduling it. If you look on the right here, you'll see this text calendar right here. And that ticket for the company Blue Sky Group is already booked for 12:15. So it's going to get worked. There's no tickets that get lost. There's no waiting around. Everything gets booked out immediately based on the priority, and then also based on our SLA agreements of how quickly we're going to work each of those tickets. So the engineer now would look at this ticket and open it up, and this will open the ticket in the ticketing system. And some rules have already run on this. So the big things that have run already is it's looked up for existing devices. So any device related to this user in the system, it's going to relate that based on the issue. So, it found a laptop and it found a printer, and it decided the laptop's the most likely candidate for a file access issue. So it puts that onto the ticket, and it gives the technician that information right away. What type of laptop is it? What's the serial number? Whose is it? All of that. And it also shows any open tickets for that same device. So if this contact Thomas had opened up other tickets or had other issues going on, the technician who's working it is going to know that right away and perhaps already start to find a pattern in what's going on. The other thing that's already happened here is a triage has run. The triage helps categorize the ticket for us, defining the issue. So it defines the issue instead of leaving it ambiguous, or maybe the tech needs to decide what the issue is. We've already digested it, already found the issue, and assigned that to the ticket. This also triaged the priority. So it determined the impact and the urgency of this specific ticket, which is huge instead of relying on a person to go through each of these steps. So instead of the ticket being created and it's sitting for a little bit, and then somebody looking at it and saying, oh, this is with the wrong team, let's move it. Oh, hey, it's the wrong priority, let's move it. It's all done immediately. So there's no lag time between the ticket being created and it being categorized, assigned, and booked to be worked immediately. So huge benefit with the automatic triage there, cuts out a lot of steps. Next thing that runs here is you'll see this sentiment was pulled on the ticket. We want to immediately know exactly what is the user feeling and experiencing when they open the ticket. This one came in as negative. Again, if you remember, one of the things that was put on the ticket was like, hey, need access ASAP, please help. So we would say this pretty quickly would become a negative experience for the customer if they don't get priority help for something that they feel is urgent. So it's flagged as negative. That pings us in Teams. It pops up in a couple places, so we know immediately that, hey, we've got a user who needs some focused help. We can prioritize that. Next thing that is running every single time too is this resolution suggestion. What this is doing is it's giving us a diagnosis of the issue, summarizing it for the technician so that even before they get the ticket, it already has a diagnosis. It has possible reasons why the user may be experiencing the issue. It even has resolution steps already created for them. And it's pulling all of those steps, defining the issue and all of that from similar tickets that it found relating to the user, and then also based on knowledge base articles. So it's doing a search as soon as the ticket's created. It's going into the knowledge base, and it's looking up knowledge base articles that are specific to this customer. And the huge benefit to that is that our knowledge base articles are customized to each customer. So we'll work with the customer, get their knowledge base, and have the AI review it. So before the tech gets the ticket, we already have basically done an infrastructure analysis. We've looked at their device, we've looked at what apps they use, we look at everything first, and that pulls in all the information onto the ticket and lists it out, starts with some steps for the technician. So again, we're drastically reducing that downtime in between a ticket being opened and a technician starting to do some research. The research already has been done. So by the time the tech gets the ticket, they're already kind of an expert in your specific environment. So you're not talking to somebody who's never heard of your company before, never, has no idea how to help you. They have all of that information immediately. So they're starting off with a huge leg up of someone who hasn't seen this resolution suggestion yet. All right. So this here will say that our technician has looked at it. They've looked at the suggested resolution. They think the AI is probably right on this. So they're going to go ahead and reach out to this customer and create a note for them. And you'll see our note here. I'm going to drop some info in here, but it's kind of a big run along set of instructions. It's, please check the VPN. If you're not connected, try again, log out, log back in. And if that doesn't solve it, send me the file path and I'll dig into it a little bit further. Now, this is, okay on its own. Maybe you could understand it. But once I save this time entry here, the AI is going to take over and rewrite that message in a way that's really clear for the user. Cuts out technical information, and it kind of boils it down to just a really clear and concise set of instructions for that user to try. And it also is very clear with what we expect back from the customer. One of the big complaints you'll have from users is like, hey, we went back and forth a lot on this ticket. Why didn't we just get to the resolution? This helps us cut out all that back and forth with having really, really clear messaging to each other. So I'm going to jump back into the portal here for this user, and we can see the message that they just received from our technician. They'd also get an email notifying them that a note was added to their ticket. So again, portal is super simple. For ticket updates, you just hit the ticket updates button here. And we can see that this ticket here is waiting customer. So we are waiting for the user to take a look. And you'll see that AI rewritten note here breaks it out bullet points step by step. That's much easier to follow, really cuts out any confusion or skips steps so that when Thomas looks at his message here, he can just go step by step through it. He doesn't have to try and figure out what was the tech getting at, what were they trying to say. All of that is removed right away, and we get a real clear message. So we'll have Thomas reply. We'll have him, he went through these steps. Maybe he just wasn't connected to the VPN. He's on it. He's able to access the file. He's all set. So he lets us know he's good to go, has access. He just writes in that he's good. And that message now comes back onto our ticket. It gets reprocessed by the auto assignment tool and put right back onto the calendar. So again, there's no downtime. There's no waiting for, tickets to be handed out or assigned. It's all done instantly. So I come back in, I see the message that was added, and Thomas is set. So I'm just going to go ahead and close out this ticket. As I close out this ticket and mark it as closed, the AI once again runs some processes for us. And we are really big with quality assurance and sentiment analysis, right? We want to make sure that the customer and that user had a fantastic experience every single time so we don't miss anything. So we'll see on the ticket here that our sentiment analysis ran again when the note was added, and it came back as positive this time, because even though originally Thomas needed help really urgently and it was a big deal and he couldn't access it, at the end we gave him access, right? Or he connected to VPN and was able to access the file, and he has no complaints. So we moved sentiment to positive. And then the quality assurance runs as well. This here is taking up 4 bullet points or 4 criteria to determine whether or not a ticket was handled well. And these are based off of the research we did of when does a customer really report that they had a good experience, and when did they say they didn't have a good experience. So first thing is resolution timeliness. That's always priority for almost every user. They want to make sure that they get answers quickly without any delays. Communication quality. This year is really helped out by our AI-powered notes. The communication quality is usually perfect because the AI takes a message that might have some communication issues or grammar issues, and it cleans it all up, sends it out in a real clear message. And then the problem resolution effectiveness. We want to make sure that we're actually solving tickets when we close them, not just band-aid solutioning it and handing it off to the next person. So we always want to make sure that when we close a ticket, that the issue is actually resolved. And that customer sentiment, right? We always want to double check on that, make sure that they had a good experience throughout the ticket. This is all scored up, runs through a formula for us, and writes that to the ticket. This here, if we get low scores on this, it's immediately pinging us. We get messages in Teams. We have reports on all of these. We have reports on the sentiment. We have a report on the quality assurance, and we can jump on it right away instead of waiting for end of the week when your ticket still hasn't been solved and you're upset and something didn't go right. We catch it as it's happening live. And instead of having a series of bad tickets that causes you to reach out and escalate about something, we can solve it on the first ticket. So we can immediately notice there's a problem and address it right away without waiting for surveys or forms for you to fill out and kind of take up more of your time. We want to be proactive. It's a big thing that we're able to do with the AI here, is be super proactive with the entire process of the ticket. So just in a summary of what we just talked through is we opened up a ticket. We did that through the support portal. You can use either the chatbot to do it and talk to the AI, just submit a ticket, or you can go through the traditional method of creating a ticket through the regular form, whatever works best for you. After that, the AI takes over. It's giving us that triage. It's auto-assigning it out. And it's giving us a resolution suggestion put right onto the ticket with all the information it gathered from the customer-specific knowledge base, from our general knowledge base, and any past tickets that have been opened for the same devices or under the same account, and pulls it all into one spot. So the users really get or the technician gets a really quick set of information so that they become an expert on that problem instantly with no downtime. And finally, when we close out those tickets, we're getting that sentiment analysis again, one final one, and also the ticket quality assurance. We're really capturing the whole experience of the lifespan of that ticket, and we can report on that and really give high quality service every time through all these methods. So with that, I will hand back to Rob, I think.
Yeah, listen, I just want to say one of the key things here is just the impact on the customer experience, right? Getting issues resolved quickly. I understand 80% of questions can be answered by AI. I think those are key things to businesses because it's no longer just about product differentiation. It's no longer just about cost. It's about the customer experience. And data on reviews reflects that. So as an example, businesses that have 4-star reviews but have 3 negative reviews recently will cause 72% of people to scroll past them. And businesses that lose 1 star, they go from 4 stars to 3, can see an impact to the revenue as much as 40%. So the customer experience is very, very important. And being as efficient as you can be and using a service like ALLDesk, I think is critical. It's no longer something you want to think about. It's something you definitely need to look at as far as how do I impact that customer experience. I do have a few questions that we've gathered from our team. I'd like to run these past you and get your input on it. But I'm seeing a lot of statistics around AI and help desk, and this one was one of the first ones that came to mind. How does ALLDesk AI resolve tickets 3 times faster than traditional solutions? And we saw a little bit of that a second ago.
Hey, everybody, I'll take that one. So it was a really good example. I mean, that demo was pretty solid. I think it answers a lot of everybody's questions, hopefully. But just to reiterate, the 3 times faster ability starts with the triage and the sentiment analysis. So right away, when you've got a user that's got problems, they're frustrated, they need to get that to a technician very quickly, and they don't want to spend a lot of time typing into a chatbot, which, most of them that I think we've all experienced, it ends in a very frustrating experience that you have to then go repeat yourself. So the speed at which we get, the customer to the technician is key. And then when it gets to that technician, as it was demonstrated, we have all the information available that is available for these incidents that the user is reporting. If there's any past tickets, the service itself, the knowledge base, it's all presented to the technician so that they don't have to go dig around and look for it. That's a big time saver right there, and that feeds into the customer satisfaction. So we know more at the beginning of that ticket than any other product that's out there because of the processes that you witness here on the demo. So because we act faster, we know more right from the start, and we get moving quicker to resolution, the response time and the customer satisfaction. But that's really how that happens, much, much faster.
Yeah, I think that's critical. I mean, I think everyone here has spent 60 minutes, 90 minutes on the phone with the tier one engineer explaining and going through a checklist. And then they hand you off to the next tier and they solve the problem in 2 minutes. And really what ALLDesk is enabled is a single tier experience where you don't get shuffled around. You don't have to repeat things 5 times. It's very clean, it's very easy. And I think that's the key to help desk, period, is making that user experience as frictionless as possible. Support costs. Everyone's trying to do more with less. Help desk is no different. How does an AI help desk reduce support costs by 30%?
And Rob, I'll take that one. So it really comes down to 3 core drivers: labor efficiency, fewer escalations, and predictable pricing. With ALLDesk AI, clients don't need to hire, train, or manage support staff. A fully staffed team provides 24/7 coverage from day one. It enhances our agents' speed and accuracy, allowing us to resolve tickets faster and handle more volume without really increasing headcount. And that operational efficiency is built into a flat monthly rate. Instead of paying salaries, overtime, and vendor escalations, clients get comprehensive support at lower fixed cost. And that's really how we deliver the savings without sacrificing quality.
No, that's fantastic. It sounds like this tool really helps improve the business efficiency and reduce costs with their existing staff, which is key.
Definitely.
Customer satisfaction. How does AI Helpdesk improve customer satisfaction by 25% or more?
I can grab that one, Rob. Yeah, so some of what we just saw in the demo there, right? We're getting a customer satisfaction score. We're doing QA, and we're getting all that information together for them. But the key driving piece to that is that we're getting faster resolutions. So no matter what is happening, your tickets are being closed quicker than someone else could do it. And the AI also is letting us really personalize that support for you. We can have it, it knows your environment, it knows your users, and we can use that information to really flag any frustration, find any issues or anything like that, and get those pointed out right from the start. Instead of waiting until an issue builds and builds and builds and becomes a problem, we can just catch it early, knock it out. And then finally, we're always on, right? It's 24/7. So you're not waiting. You're not waiting around to get help. If you're trying to do something Friday evening, your in-house IT team might be off. They're done for the weekend, but we'd be there, right? We'd get you set up and going again. And with the pieces of where the AI is determining sentiment, quality assurance, and then timeliness of resolution, all that, we get to really kind of triangulate the experience. We can figure out if something went wrong, where did it go wrong? So we're not shooting in the dark. We're not guessing. We know exactly what's happening, live.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many organizations right now that have a leadership team that is tasked with improving customer satisfaction. And a lot of them are scratching their heads looking for solutions. I think we found one for them. This is truly revolutionary with the impact it's making to customer satisfaction, cost, and efficiency. All right, what types of service tickets can AI assist with?
All right, I'll take that one. So ALLDesk AI handles routine requests like password resets, MFA issues, VPN, Wi-Fi access, minor printer troubleshooting, all these things that make up a large portion of daily support volume. But what's important is to understand is how it works. AI doesn't act alone. It enhances a human agent by suggesting next step, surfacing known fixes, accelerating triage, and all of this is based on client-specific knowledge base and documentation. So every resolution is still performed by a technician. The AI simply brings context and recommendation and speed to the process. It is embedded throughout the support experience, not only as a chatbot, but as an intelligence layer behind the scenes, helping us deliver faster, more accurate support without compromising control or trust.
Yeah, that's impactful. Thanks so much, Minya. How does AI improve the process of ticket categorization? That always seems to be a problem.
Yeah, I'll take that one. That one is huge because no matter how well you train your staff, right, not everything always gets assigned and categorized the right way. Everybody's busy, they're doing a bunch. So when we can assign that task to AI instead, it gets done, and it gets done the right way every single time. So it's looking at is it's looking at past tickets, past descriptions of tickets, subjects of tickets, issues of tickets, categorization, and it's really figuring out where does that ticket fall in the bigger picture of things, and then it can, using that information, also help prioritize the ticket so that your ticket, even though maybe you didn't know the right words, you didn't know the terminology for an issue, it looks at that and says, hey, other times that people have opened up the same type of ticket, that has been a high priority ticket or a critical ticket perhaps, and it can flag it for that right away and we can get working on it. So your ticket, you don't have to be a technical expert to know if something's important or not. We can tell too and help out with the AI there, and then it gets done properly. That's the big thing. It's actually being done. We're not waiting on somebody to do it. The system does it right away. Something else that once those are categorized correctly, that is super important, is it lets us run reports and diagnostics for high risk issues, and then routine issues also that get batched up and handled efficiently. So instead of waiting for a person to notice a trend, the AI can notice a trend for us and help resolve that issue at the source. Instead of answering a whole bunch of separate tickets, we can just find the one solution and solve that.
So I know when people are upset with a ticket, there's emotion, right? And obviously that you want to have logic and a help desk, but is there any impact on the sentiment to the prioritization, or does it stay on the logic track?
For the prioritization, it's taking in emotional as well, for sure. It's going to factor it in. But you have like the key fell out of your keyboard and it's not quite right. Maybe it's not a critical ticket. So it's going to help kind of figure out where it is. Even if your verbiage is saying it's critical, it may help organize it into the correct spot. But no, it takes what you say, and the experience is the goal, and emotions are part of that experience. So it factors that in too.
Yeah, that's incredible. I think that's a game changer for most organizations. You always want to help that angry customer as quickly as you can. Where has AI made the biggest impact on resolution speed?
I'll take that one too. So the main thing that it does for us is it does all the research for the tech up front. That's the big goal. You saw that with the resolution suggestion there. By the time the ticket gets to a tech, about 30 seconds to a minute after you create it, it has already gotten all of that information put on it. It's already done the research on the device that you're using, on your knowledge-based articles, on general knowledge-based articles, past tickets that you or someone on your team has opened up. And it's gathered all that together and put it in one spot. If you've ever done ticket work or anything, that's usually the longest time period, is that research time period. So it tells you what the issue is. It tells you how to solve it based on their environment. And so you're not spending the time as a tech to going in and trying to learn about the environment. The environment is already displayed for you to review. Another factor that it cuts down massively on is those like repeat issues. That AI is looking at trends. It's looking at tickets across users around your organization and seeing if there's a similar problem that keeps cropping up. And it highlights that. It does a little research into finding a root cause. And then it suggests that to our text to say, hey, looks like this has happened in a few places for a few different users. Let's create a project out of this or create a ticket out of this and solve the actual root cause so that no one else has to spend time opening up tickets. So you can really, really cut down on the amount of tickets that are opened up and the amount of time that it takes to answer all of those when you can just solve that root problem. And the AI helps us with that.
Great. I am seeing questions in the Q&A. We're going to hold those till the end. So please stay with us and stay patient. We'll get to your questions here in just a moment. Can ALLDesk provide a personalized experience? Everyone thinks AI, robots, and everything's automated and they don't understand me. But is there a personal experience for the users?
Oh, yeah, definitely. With ALLDesk AI, personalization isn't a feature. It's just how we operate. Our AI is trained on each customer's knowledge base, documentation, historical ticket data. So it understands the environment, understands their apps, and understands their specific challenges. When a user submits a ticket, the system pulls down their ticket history, recent issue, all the sentiment signals that David was just talking about, and even real-time device data, right? So that means their agents don't ask redundant questions. They see the full context, and users aren't forced to repeat themselves. AI also adjusts communication escalation paths based on tone and urgency, so frustrated users get attention faster. And no recurring issues can be solved proactively. It feels personal because it is personalized to the user, to the device, and to the business behind it.
Yeah, as you're going through this, I'm thinking about all these horrific experiences I've had where I've had to, recount the last 4 tickets I've opened and what I've been through. And, here's what has been fixed and here's what you haven't fixed. And, all of this is exciting to me because it's frustrating when I got to spend 90 minutes of my day trying to fix something silly that's gone on for a while. What's the value of 24/7 coverage? Obviously, AI can deliver that for their customers today. What's the value of that?
So that was a big part of what we put into the product is the 24/7 coverage. We have this natively by default across the spectrum of all of our products, but typically Helpdesk hasn't been one of them. So when we built the ALLDesk AI, we made sure to put that piece in, especially now as time has gone on. There's that expectation, people are working, in the evenings during the week, they're working on the weekends. They come across an issue, they're maybe being very productive, and suddenly it all comes to a screeching halt. Very frustrating. So the value of the 24/7 is obviously users get their problems fixed anytime, day or night, and they can continue on being productive. One of the things about this is that this is a product. So we are using the technology in combination with the people and our support and expertise. So there's those 3 components like we had kind of watched in the video. People, process, AI, the availability, the response time, customer satisfaction. That has to be done 24/7 and it has to be affordable. And the space that we're targeting, this particular product for right now, the 20 user to 200 user space is often overlooked. They'd have to pay, extra in many cases, even if they could find somebody who would support them 24/7. So having those all bundled together, including that 24/7, which is really critical in addition to the other components, I think is a real benefit and huge value.
Yeah, the folks in the SMB markets don't have the unlimited budget, the unlimited personnel that maybe an Amazon has. And that's really where I think L3 adds the most value to our customers with this product and the other products you offer. How do you preserve the human touch with all this technology?
I'll take that one. So we really always lead with human support. That's really what this is. It's an AI enhanced help desk. It isn't a AI replacement help desk. The AI is really there to support the agent, really giving them that kind of superhuman knowledge and skill to be able to solve those tickets much quicker. But it isn't taking over for them. You're not stuck talking to the AI. The only time you're going to interact with the AI on that first interaction is through the chat. Everything else, if you call in, you're calling a person. When you open up tickets, they're being routed right to people. And even when you chat, the chatbot is going to give you a quick answer. And if it doesn't work, you don't like it, sends you right off to a person. So we didn't put the AI in as a barrier. We're not trying to force you to talk to the AI. The AI is there as a tool. If you like it from your end, chat with it, right? If that's how you like to work, that's kind of how you do well. Great, chat with it. If not, get right to the person that you wanted to talk to, and that person will still have all the benefits that the AI had of instant knowledge, being able to do deep dive into someone's infrastructure, pass tickets, and all of that. Get pulled up front for the human agent. So you're not stuck talking to the AI. That's how we really focus on the human touches. That's what we lead with. That's what we're best at. And the AI helps them be even better, better text for you.
Yeah, so what I'm gathering is you can work with the help desk in 3 different ways. You can either do a chat, you can send a ticket in, or you can speak to a live person at the help desk. So you have your option for what you prefer and how you want your interaction to be, which I think is nice. I think a lot of people assume when they move to an AI type service, it's chat only, it's bot only, and it's not.
Yep.
All right, how does AI free up internal teams?
So if you look at, the 20 to 200 space, typically you're going to have one full-time IT guy who's working Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. He's gotten, pulled in a bunch of different directions. So the ALLDesk AI is a break, fix, help desk service that runs 24/7. So it really eliminates that pull on that individual so that he can be focused more on, the business application of the technology, which is going to be a more specialized role in any case, right? So applications, dealing with vendors, contracts, all the other components that go with IT running in a business are going to he'll be able to focus on that rather than just the break fix that would occur, in the middle of the day multiple times. So it really frees up those individuals and provides that at a very reasonable cost so that effectively it kind of turbocharges the support that the business gets while still maintaining the single head count.
Yeah, and I think one of the big challenges all the SMB space is cybersecurity, and being able to potentially reallocate some staff away from help desk to cybersecurity is another big reason I think people are going to move to this product, because you just can't afford to do it all. And the budgets are limited, the headcounts are limited, the people are very expensive, and we got to get more creative. And this solution kind of checks all the boxes again for those customers that are dealing with some of those issues with staff allocation, or even
Yeah.
staffing.
The 20 to 200 space can't get very bureaucratic, right? You can't have an additional head count. Now you've got 2 people, you almost, bloated at that level, depending upon the organization, probably the majority of them, and is it really adding any additional value? I think it can be more complicating in that way. So this is just something that you can set it, forget it. It will work in the background and in conjunction with, the IT staff for those customers.
Yeah, and there's no turnover with AI, which I think is a big benefit, right? Turnover is a big challenge. Losing staff, trying to train those people, getting them ramped up, because they got to learn your product set. They got to learn all your applications, right? That's not an issue when you're using the ALLDesk product. I think that's a big challenge for a lot of business owners, is what happens when someone quits. Can you walk us through the implementation process? How does that work?
Sure. So the implementation process is designed to be simple, fast, and low effort for the client. From our side, we handle the full onboarding. That includes remote access installation on end user devices, user creation in the ticketing system, setting up escalation path, QA workflows, coverage schedules. It's all on us. From the client side, we'll need a connection to the directory services, Entra, Active Directory, whatever they use, account of users, the preferred support hours, where do they want us to focus? Is it 9 to 5, 24/7, I don't know, weekends? And if they have it, we would like access to any documentation or internal knowledge base. Once all that is in place, we take care of everything else. Most clients are fully live within 30 days with a fully staffed help desk, AI augmented workflows, and full ticket QA from day one. So it's fast, light touch, and it is designed to eliminate friction, not create it.
Well, fantastic. I know we've got a few questions we want to get to. Let me read the first one from Brian. He says, interesting demo. Just wondering, what's the market differentiators to an Atlassian or other IT help desk services? We'll take that one on.
So it's a complete product. When you look at these services from, help desk vendors, they're not providing the bodies. They're not providing the AI integration. Maybe some of them do, but maybe it's more of an automation and less of an AI than compared to what you've seen here. So it's a complete package, and that's the main takeaway here. It's not a technology that would integrate with something else that you would have to manage, maintain, and support yourself. This is focused on that 20 user to 200 user market, getting them support using the most efficient ways possible in doing that in a 24/7 environment.
Great. Bill asks, what tiers of IT support do you guarantee to resolve? I have some clients that would be mostly tier 3 backline tickets around cloud support and infrastructure, or is this just Office apps?
For the 2200 space, which is the ALLDesk AI, that's focused on break fix, end user, help desk support. Now, we do have, enterprise help desk support capabilities that tap our engineering backend. That would be more suitable for that kind of an environment. But it does exist. So we do have other capabilities, but we're just focusing on this particular product right now with the 2200.
Okay, Denny asks, is there real 24/7 support, or is it only AI off hours? Would there be a real person working with AI for off hours?
Yeah, it's real person. So we natively have a 24/7 knock and SOC. We've been in business for 25 years. We've got, very large customers with high criticality that, we've had for a long time. So we leverage those same people who are already there. It's not something that we've created and put in place for this product. We're just adding this component to that service for those, ALLDesk AI customers. So yes, there's on-shift people 24/7. Yes, it will go to a person if it needs to for resolution. And if you need to pick up the phone and talk to somebody, they're available for that too.
Fantastic. One last question. Does service require client KB ingest, as some do not have KB system? Also, if tech replies over via ticket, or is there client callback option for voice walkthrough?
So as part of the onboarding, we're going to take, an inventory of the environment, and we're going to put that into templates that we have, and then we're going to upload that into the document systems that we use. So if they don't have any kind of KVs, they'll get created, along the way and at the time of onboarding. And regarding if the reply is ticket or is callback, yeah, we can definitely do a callback. In fact, the user can schedule a callback for a discussion with the tech.
Fantastic. Well, thank you. I think that's all the questions we have. I do want to make sure that everyone knows how to get a hold of us. So I've put my email at the bottom, and I'll make sure someone from our team reaches out to you immediately to set up a meeting with the experts at L3 to discuss their particular application. Anything you want to add, David, Minya, Steve, before we close up the webinar today? Anything else you want to bring up?
No, I think we're good.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Just thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to speak to your audience.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of excitement around the product. We had I think the largest registration we've ever had for our webinar. We've had a lot of customers requesting appointments. So it's an exciting product, and it's a necessary product that is needed by all. So I want to thank our panelists, David Holbert, Minya, Steve Griffin, Randy Fine, all from L3 Networks, one of our premier partners over here at Technology Source. Again, you can email me down below at rob.o@technologysource.com, and we'll set up a meeting with the experts at L3 to talk about your specific application and whether they can help. Thanks so much. Make sure you join us a month from today. Every third Tuesday, we have the virtual roundtable. Our next event is going to be no less spectacular, with a very unique mobile device management solution. So please join us in 1 month for that next event. Thanks everyone for joining us. We'll see you then. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.